Hey friends, if you're looking for quick tips to help you jumpstart your week, you are in the right place. I'm Laurie host of the popular weekly podcast Organized Life, founder of Simply Be Organized, and every Monday I am here to bring you a quick organizing tip in under 15 minutes. All you have to do is click the subscribe or follow button wherever you're listening, and let's get started. Everybody, and welcome to today's tip of the week. I'm your host, Laurie and I am so happy that you are here. Before we get into today's tip, I just want to remind you guys that we have opened up our calendar. I have a link that will be in our show notes for our clutter coaching options. Say that 10 times fast. Clutter coaching. So if you are trying to figure out where you are struggling or how to better improve communication with your kids or your partner, or maybe you are just at an impasse of what systems and strategies can we do to help live a more organized life, help reduce the chaos and the clutter that is just really holding us back. Hop on my calendar, guys. This is what it's designed for. I love being able to talk to you through the podcast and our YouTube channel each and every week, but you guys can't talk back to me. And I know sometimes having that interpersonal dialogue with somebody is what really like helps that light bulb go on. And that is why we've blocked off part of our calendar to be able to dedicate to you, to meet you where you are. So this is again designed to help you feel like you could take yourself to the next level if you are struggling with clutter, communication, control, all of the things. So, again, link below. All right, today's tip. I'm in spring cleaning mode. It's April here. I am ditching clothes I don't want, all kinds of household things I don't want. But today's tip is all about old towels and linens. So I don't know about you, but somehow we accumulate towels, whether it's beach towels, bath towels, hand towels, kitchen towels, all kinds of just towels, rags. Sometimes we convert them to rags, but even those rags get shot. And what do? I think we need to take a step back and figure out how much do we really need? What are we using them for? And what do we do with the stuff that we're no longer using? So again, I think towels and linens and blankets and stuff, there's a lot of different uses that we have for them. And depending on the season of life that you're in, you're going to find that you may have more or less. So I know a lot of my friends who send their kids to summer camp need to have extra um, like bed sheets around, because even though they might not be stuff that they're using on their everyday bed, it might be stuff that they're sending off to their kids for camp. Or maybe you have a summer rental and you bring, or you have linens and towels that you bring with you on vacation. So fair. But I think you need to categorize, first of all, how many things do I need for our day to day in our lives? My rule of thumb is for sheets, and I've done episodes on this, but it certainly bears repeating. Um, my rule of thumb is 2 sheets per bed, right? One that's on the bed, one backup. Now, again, if you're somebody that lives in, extreme seasonal temperatures and you want to have like a extra flannel set or whatever, that's fine. But more people have like they'll buy something new and then hold on to the old ones. You don't need them. We're going to cycle in, we're going to cycle out. We don't need to take up so much space. If you're somebody that doesn't use a flat sheet and it came in the set and you don't think you're going to use it, donate it. Just get rid of it. You don't have to hold on to it. If you are somebody that only has large pillowcases and the sheet set that you bought came with standard ones, donate them. All of these things, don't hold on to them just because they came with it, just because someone gave it to you. That is not enough of a reason for you to hold on to things. So remember, my general rule of thumb, this is not a science, but my general rule of thumb 2 sets of sheets per bed. And again, if you have extra for a guest bed or an air mattress, if you're people out of town, that's fine. I think you count that in, but you don't need to have 6 sets of sheets for your bed. You just don't. Um, that's sheets, excuse me. That's sheets. Um, Towels are a little bit different. I'm not somebody who washes my towel every single day. I know that some people like to do that. But I'll usually use my towel for a few days. So I think you could easily say 3 towels, 3 bath towels per person. If you want to have 4, if you really want to do that, that's fine. That way you're, you know, having a few to rotate through and you don't have to feel like you have to do wash right away. Again, some people use a towel for their hair. So everything's going to be a little bit treat this as a sliding scale, folks, depending on your specific needs and what your habits are. I also know there are people that like to take 2 showers a day. I'm not one of those people. So that will also impact how many towels you have in your home. But I think it's safe to say 4 bath towels per person, 2 hand towels per person. Because again, you're going to have probably multiple people. If you live alone, maybe you want to have 4 hand towels. I don't know. But you don't need more than that. And then a handful of washcloths if that's your thing. And again, this may vary depending on I use a washcloth every night to take off my makeup. Some people like to use a washcloth in the shower. Some people like to use a loofah in the shower. Some people don't like to use anything. So I think there's going to be some sort of a range that you're going to be working in, but just know that you don't need to have 25 hand towels. You just don't. And I treat seasonal towels. If you have got like hand towels for Christmas or Valentine's Day, I store those with our seasonal bin. That's just like a little pro tip. I don't keep that in my general rotation. So that way I know when I go to take out that bin to decorate, then I can put out those hand towels. And I usually just throw them in the wash to get them like fresh and clean. So that could go for bedding or it could go for any type of towel that you have for a specific like seasonal event. Um, but yes, so I think it's really important to think about the categories, the rooms, and if you have, again, different bathrooms. So, like, this is just your powder room, you're going to have your hand towels for that one. And then each bathroom you would go through and designate based on the usage for that space. Who's using it? How frequently? What are the habits? How often are we doing laundry? Those are all the questions that you want to ask yourself. But if you're going to go through your stuff, anything that is torn, really overly stained, or just, sometimes towels get like a little gross, like they've just been used for so long. It's totally fine to say, okay, we're going to cycle these out and we're going to bring in new ones. You can turn them into rags, use it for cleaning, washing your car, having to give it to the dog, whatever it is that you need. Or you could donate them. You could donate them to your local SPCA, or you could donate them to a lot of times the fire department or your local police department will take them for kind of emergencies. And then if all else fails, if you are in the Northeast, check out our friends at helpsy.com. We did an episode with them not too long ago. And they repurpose and recycle like old anything that's a textile so that you're keeping it out of the landfill, because a lot of times we don't want to donate stuff that is kind of torn and worn to a charity, but they can be repurposed for other things. So definitely before you throw them in the garbage, there are definitely places for you to recycle your old sheets and towels. So just to be environmentally conscious, I just wanted to put that out there. So I was like 10 minutes of me talking about sheets and towels. Who thought I had it in me? But that's it. So go through, figure out your sheets and towels, get rid of the old ones. And another quick pro organizing tip is if you're like me and you're not an expert folder when it comes to, uh, folding, especially that fitted sheet, group your, group your sheets in a basket or bin, and you can label it either by person or by size. Like these are our full sheets, or these are, um, these are, you know, the guest room sheets, whatever it is. And that way, it doesn't have to be perfect. You're still going to try to fold it. You're not just going to throw it in a ball, but you're going to try to fold it as best you can. And it'll just look super clean and organized because everything will be labeled in a bin and looking pretty. So there you have it. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this quick tip. And we'll be back on Thursday with a regular episode, and then next Monday with another tip. Until then, I'm Laurie Plow. Peace out. Thanks for tuning in. If you like this episode, please spread the love and share it with your friends. And if this is your first time joining us, make sure to click the subscribe button wherever you are listening so you never miss an episode. And while you're there, please leave us a review so other people know that our show is worth the listen. You can also find us on YouTube and Instagram at This Organized Life Podcast. And if you'd like to connect with us, you can head on over to our website at simply the letter B like boy organized.com, which is filled with tons of resources, including free downloads, checklists, links to our amazing organizing partners, and all of our digital offerings. I'll see you next week for another episode of This Organized Life.